I just have to comment on this thing that's circulating around the internet, and it's actually viral after Jeff Sessions has signed this law. The fake news media has been flooding social media with negative propaganda against these children that's housed in a Walmart facility in Texas. Now, what people fail to realize, it's not Trump's fault. It's not the government's fault. In my opinion, it's the fault of the parents that put their children in that situation. Now, there's so much that I want to cover, and sometimes I might sound a bit scattered because there's just so much information that I need to put in a video with such short period of time. First of all, there was an article that was circulating around the internet. Actually, it was a photo. The photo was of this little Mexican girl that was crying, looking up to what appears to be her mother. In the writings on that article, it was criticizing Trump because the way the fake media puts it, as Trump is snatching these children away from their parents, and now you have people that's going crazy and in their feelings and emotions about the fact that these illegal immigrants are being housed in this warehouse and they are being separated from their children. Well, an article came out that explained the photo that the fake media took and made it appear that this child was crying because the mother was being snatched away from her. What was revealed was the fact that the reason why the child was crying was because of the fact that the mother was at the border and she had to be patted down. She was holding her child and they said, well, ma'am, you're going to have to put your child down until we finish patting you down. She put the child down. The child was being a child, like, I don't want to be put down. So the child is crying. So the media took a picture of that child crying because the mother had to put the child down to be patted down or searched. The media took that as saying that this child was crying because she was being snatched away from her parents. And now that photo is being circulated around the internet and a lot of people are in their feelings. It's interesting to me because the bulk or the majority of Americans are under a witchcraft spell, man. It's like witchcraft has been placed on the bulk of Americans and only a few are able to see it. The rest refuse to want to see it because of the fact that they're caught up under that spell. Now, in my opinion, it's not the government's fault. It's not Trump's fault. It's the parents' fault because they put their children in that situation. They crossed over the borders illegally. Instead of going through the legal channels of becoming an American citizen, they choose to sneak their way in illegally. It's like in the Bible, and since, Jeff Sessions brought the Bible into it, and a lot of other Democrats brought the Bible into it, where the Bible talks about, Yeshua or Jesus being the only way, and if anyone comes any other way, they're a thief and a robber. Well, that's how I look at it with these illegal immigrants. They are being thieves and they're being robbed because once they come over into this country, now they get benefits that our tax dollars have to pay for. And our children are not able to get certain benefits because of the fact that the immigrants are getting what our children or what we work for when it comes to our children's future, our tax dollars are supposed to be for our children's future. But our children are not getting that because the illegal immigrants, people that don't even belong here. Do you realize how much money they're spending in the court system just to fight against Trump because they don't like because he won? Now, I'm almost sure that if President Obama did the same thing, people would be praising him. And the Democrats would be saying the same thing that I'm saying. They don't belong here. They're eating up our tax dollars. This country is already in debt and going further and further in debt. Think of the amount of money that we workers, taxpayers, have to pay for health care benefits just to get health care benefits. And then you have someone that can just cross over the border illegally, and now they're taken care of. They're being fed, they're being clothed, they're receiving medical treatment free of charge. And then when the government deports them and sends them back, they come back again. And since Americans have become so weak now, and everything is about children. Oh, we want to protect the children. We're concerned about the children. Oh, the children being ripped away from their parents. That's mind-blowing to me, because if you really care about children, then these so-called females would not be talking about it's my body, so it's okay to rip that child out of your womb. So let me get this straight. It's okay for you to abort or rip your unborn child out of your womb. And you're okay with that. You will fight and defend to have your child ripped out of your womb. But yet you claim to be so concerned and cared about these children that's allegedly ripped away from their parents, where their parents are here illegally. Their parents put them in that situation. So how could you care more about illegal immigrants, people that you don't even know? You put your time, your energy, you even neglect your own children to fight and defend children that's illegally crossing the border with their parents. How many parents in this country, don't matter if they're black or white, have Child Protective came in and ripped those children away from their parents because maybe the parents, they claim to be unfit, or because somebody made a false call to Child Protective, and next thing you know, Child Protective is coming to your home to remove your child, and no one says anything about that. That's not in the media. But now that these children are being ripped away from their parents, everybody's concerned. And they want to always talk about how crooked and evil Donald Trump is. And yes, I'm defending him because I'm tired of seeing the negative, fake propaganda coming over the media. People are quick to talk about how evil he is, but yet you forget that this country has a history way before Donald Trump was born. Oh, I think you guys forgot about how black Americans got here. And you got people that's going to always say, like, well, how could you talk about illegal immigrants where they don't want blacks here either? But we didn't come here upon our own accord. We didn't cross over no borders to get here. We were born here, but our ancestors have a history here. So it wasn't like that we were caught up at the border and arrested and now we are separated. No. Think of how many of our ancestors were ripped away from their parents. As a matter of fact, the way the black community is, we probably be fighting against our own relatives and don't realize it because they were separated. Our ancestors were separated when they got here. Children were separated from their parents. The husbands were beaten and lynched in front of the wives. The daughters, the sons, and the mother were raped in front of their husbands and their children. That's the history of the United States government. And we didn't ask to be here. We didn't come here upon our own free will and accord. We didn't cross over no borders. So you can't even compare Black Americans' plight with illegal immigrants. Now, I have Mexicans married into my family, right? Do I hate Mexicans? No. They are legal. I'm talking about the ones that came in as a thief and a robber, the ones that's not coming in here legally, that's scarfing up our resources that our tax dollars are paying for our children. You got people retiring now, worked all their lives, and now they keep moving the retirement goalpost. Now you got people that when they retire, they can just expect to die. They can't even enjoy their retirement because they can't collect their retirement pay because they keep moving the goalposts because of the fact that this country's in debt. Because of the fact that illegal immigrants are scarfing up those benefits. People that don't even belong here. And people are so against that wall. You claim to be so against that wall. But I challenge you to knock out all the walls in your house. I challenge you to take the doors off of your house. Just go to bed, take the doors off your door. You don't need no doors. You don't need that security. Why do you have doors in the first place at your house? So you mean to tell me you're going to judge Trump for wanting the border, but yet you got doors to your house that you can lock? And you have maybe firearms inside to protect yourself and your family? But yet you don't want a border wall? In my own opinion, for all of these people out here that's so concerned about these illegal immigrants that's crossing over the border, if you are so concerned about their welfare and them not being separated from their families, why don't you adopt them? Take them into your house. You take care of a family. Keep that family together until after they go through their immigration process. Why don't you? I challenge you to do that. I wonder what would happen if President Trump would say, you know what? Okay, since everybody is so concerned about the illegal immigrants and the children being separated from their parents because their parents are doing illegal things, I tell you what, I'm going to give you the opportunity to adopt the family. Adopt an illegal immigrant until after their immigration process is done. Invite them into your house and you support them without any outside or government help. You do it. Oh, it's a different story now, right? You don't want to do that, right? You don't want to invite these strangers into your house that you don't even know. You don't want to invite MS-13 potential immigrants into your house, right? You don't want that now, right? So if you're so caring and concerned, invite them into your house and you support them. You adopt an immigrant family. As a matter of fact, somebody should come up with that idea. Adopt an immigrant family with no help from the government. No help at all. You do it yourself. If you're so concerned about these illegal immigrants and their children, then you take care of them. You work and you take care of them out of your own pocket. And let's see if you really care about them. And I say over and over and over and over again. I say over and over and over again. I cannot see how you claim to be so concerned about illegal immigrants and these children being separated from their parents because their parents committed a crime, right? You're so concerned about that, but yet you have no problem ripping a child out of your womb. See, you don't care about your own child, but yet you claim to care about some other child. See, why is it America that they choose to come to? Because of the laws. They come here because of the laws and they manipulate. They're actually trained what to say and what to do at the border because now what they're doing is they're playing on your emotions. They put the children up front and they play on your emotion because they know you're going to look at those little crying children or these children in cages in Walmart's facility. And I think that's why Walmart closed a lot of their stores. Walmart closed a lot of their facilities to house these illegal immigrants. This is what Walmart's doing. And I told you guys in a video of the past that late at nighttime, you can go to Walmart and you see a lot of immigrants in there shopping and buying up stuff that they were given gift cards or money cards to get those things. That they're being snuck into this country while you're asleep. See, and this is what a lot of people don't realize. And you wonder why there's certain benefits you can't get because the illegal immigrants are eating it up. And they don't have to put into the pot. They don't have to work. They don't have to contribute nothing but come over here illegally and try to protest for rights that they don't even have. You try to do that at another country. You try to do that. Just recently, and I'm going to end the video, and this might be removed from YouTube, but it's okay, because it's still on my Spreaker account. You can still see it on Spreaker, or you can see it on my Fearless J1111 blog page on WordPress. It'll still be there, right? So YouTube could remove it, but you'll still see it on my blog page and on Spreaker, okay? So you guys can go there and subscribe. But lost my train of thought there for a second. But it's just quite interesting how things are going now. You know what I mean? It's like, Walmart, it's interesting because like Walmart is closing these facilities and they're housing these immigrants in there. So I lost my train of thought. I'm going to end it right there, But like I said, it's like you can't claim to care for these immigrant children, and then yet you out there protesting, talking about it's my body, I have a right to snatch my baby out of my womb. Don't even give that child the opportunity to live. And that's a trip too, because you don't want to give your unborn child the opportunity to live and be a citizen in this country, but yet you want to help an illegal immigrant to become a citizen to this country. You're willing to break the rules, to break the law, to make illegal immigrants and their children comfortable here when they don't even really belong here. They're sneaking their way in, right? So I'll put the article on the bottom. You guys feedback. You tell me what you think. Subscribe. And if you choose to do so, financially support this channel. If I might put this on my Fearless 2005 channel. And if I do, don't forget to go to my Mood Decontrol page on YouTube. Subscribe there because, like I said, I'm not going to be uploading to Fearless 2005. Every now and then I may put something on there, but not too often. So feedback, tell me what you think. Till next time, I'm Fearless.